Hello and welcome to Process Excellence Temple Digital Learning. In this short tutorial, you will learn about the Kaizen database under the Focused Improvement pillar. On logging in, you will get to the main dashboard page. Scroll down to the quick links below here under Kaizen and you can access the Create, Track, and Report pages. As an alternate method, you can also use the left navigation menu, go to Focused Improvement, Kaizen Database, and access the same pages here. Let's start by creating a Kaizen. Note that you can create a Kaizen from here or also from the D matrix, which will be shown in an alternate training video. Let's go ahead and enter a test title and description. Let's select an area, line, and machine, followed by a lead. Note that the assignee is selected by default for the signed in user. Let's also go ahead and select a coach, project type, primary pillar, as well as all the supporting pillars. Let's go ahead and select the loss type and categories, the frequency. Let's put the KPI that we are tracking along with the current amount and the target KPIs. Note that the start date is today's date by default, and the due date is actually coming from the settings in the admin panel based on the project type. You can go ahead and enter estimated project savings and whether this Kaizen is systematic or not. Now let's go ahead and create this Kaizen. So we have just created Kaizen with ID 145. This brings us to the track page where all of the Kaizens are centrally located. And up top here is some quick metrics to show the overall health of the Kaizen database. Now let's go ahead and open the Kaizen that we just created from the track page by clicking here. Once you have the Kaizen open, you can go ahead and make any appropriate edits, starting with the due date and the assignee here, as well as the basic information, any of the project information or Kaizen information as well. Down below here, you will find all of the tools associated with the Kaizen. You can go ahead and complete the details of the 5W1H. You can enter all the tools that will be used for this Kaizen, along with the usage count, who would be leading those tools, as well as the competency that is required. We can go ahead and complete a 4M1D analysis over here, as well as complete a 5Y analysis in this tab here. Next, click on the team tab here, select the appropriate team members, and then click on their name and add any action items by completing the details here, starting with title, description, adding a due date, an action type, whether it's corrective, preventative, or read across, and then clicking on the plus insert sign here. We can go ahead and enter results for this Kaizen, starting with the benefit as well as the cost associated with this Kaizen, and we can also go ahead and enter any ongoing cost as well. Note that the benefit cost ratio is automatically calculated here. The Kaizen cannot be expanded without being FI approved, so we need to get that completed first. In the sustain tab, again, you can enter more information related to best practices and EPIs. You can convert this Kaizen to an MPI once it's approved by FI. You can go ahead and enter details for OPLs as well as attach those documents. Additional attachment sketches can be entered in this tab here. With regards to approvals, there's a two-tiered approval for the Kaizen. First level is an FI approval, and once that is completed, it then goes for a CD approval. Let's go ahead and see how this works. To send a Kaizen for FI approval, click on Submit for FI approval here. Note that once the Kaizen is sent for FI approval, it will actually show up in the Assignments tab of the appropriate manager. So for example, this Kaizen number 145, if we go back to the dashboard and we click on Approvals in the Assignments section here, we will come to the Assignments page, and under Approvals, if we search for this document, this is the Kaizen that we had just created and is currently pending approval. So we can go ahead and open this Kaizen. I'm currently logged in as a manager with approval rights to the Kaizen. So then we can go ahead and add the FI approval on this Kaizen. Once an FI approval is completed, the Kaizen is automatically sent for the CD approval. For the CD approval, you can go ahead and put in hard savings, virtual savings, as well as any cost avoidance information before adding the CD approval. Once the FI and CD approvals are completed, a Kaizen is closed. Now let's go ahead and take a look, going back to the dashboard, at Kaizen reporting. Kaizen reporting provides a real-time and centralized view of the overall health of the Kaizen database. You can see essential metrics, including how many Kaizens are in the plan, do, check and act phases, along with the monthly reports of how many Kaizens are open, closed, pending approval, as well as the overall benefit, cost, and savings. There's some additional metrics as well that you can track with regards to the Kaizen. Note that all this information is updated real time. You can go ahead and select any of the filters from the grid here to stratify and further analyze the Kaizen information. This concludes this short tutorial. Thanks for watching.